Well, continuing with our two-page layout for my Garth Brooks concert, and trying to find ideas for when you're scrapbooking and wanting to know what the layout should look like. So the last video, if you haven't watched it, it'll be linked at the end of this video and also in the description below. We created the Thunder scrapbook page, and for my Garth Brooks concert I attended in 1996. I don't know, long time ago, but I'm saving my memories because I want to remember this. And so we created this layout using one of my sketches, which is you sign up for my email list, you'll receive, so that link will be in the description as well. So it is subscribe.fromwhereistamp.ca. And my name is Amanda Farlinger with From Where I Stamp near Kingston, Ontario. So we're going to create the other page to this layout and using the same pack of paper. So it is the Countryside Inn paper, designer series paper, and I love the blues. Before I pull in all this stuff here, let me pull off some of these pieces. All right, so another way that you can be creative with what layout you're going to do is not only sketches that I create, but you can look at other sketches online. So this one is from the Creative Scrapbooker magazine, and they have an April sketch that I'm going to use for this layout. And you can take a sketch and turn it on its end, or I'm going to copy it almost completely. I'm going to leave this piece and this piece off, and we're going to continue the title from that first page. So I have the same three designs. So I've cut them down for this layout here. So this one, so there's the back, this one here, and this one there. So I'm taking my sheets and I'm reusing them on the other layout. So that way the layout will look cohesive and put together. So this sketch, doesn't have the paper going all the way to the edge. So I've cut it to 10.5, and we're just going to glue this down. So you could change it to 11 if you didn't want such a big white border. I chose the basic white cardstock for the base because I felt, I don't want to glue on that. I felt that the other designs in this pack of paper were too busy for the layout I wanted to create. So I think I went with, this is 2 3/4 by 10.5, because I'm going to have it overlap a little. I'd rather have a little overlap than have like a little piece of basic white peeking through. There we go. That's the word I want, peeking through. All right. Now another tip, if you wanted to make sure that these were going to line up, you could cut a 10.5 by 10.5 piece of cardstock and then put the designer paper on it and then layer that onto the 12 by 12. But I'm eyeballing it today. This way it won't add too much bulk to our scrapbooks. I love this paper. So it has one of my, that's not going to work. I better fix that. Thought I could eyeball it, people. And I can't. Come on. That's okay. We can fix this. Obviously, I'm not doing this the proper way. Okay, do that. Put a little bit more. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but put a little bit more glue on here. So I can slip this under. And only people who watch this video will know that I made a mistake. All right, there. Now you won't know. Other maybe some, like a little extra glue in places. Wipe it off. There we go. That should work. All right. So After a little mishap, back on we go. All right, so these pieces here, we're going to die cut using the same dies I used. There's the catalog. So this is the Countryside Inn Suite. I decided not to purchase the stamp set, but purchase the designer series paper and the dies. So if you like the stamp set, you can order the whole bundle for $92.50 if you live in Canada. And the products will be listed below in the description for you. So that way you can order them and play along. So if you live in Canada and would like to place an order with me, those details will be there. All right, so here are our dies, and we're going to use like the third, this one here, kind of fourth biggest one, third smallest one, whatever way you want to say it. And we're just going to die cut this basic white piece really quick. I love the Stampin' Cut Mini Emboss machine because it can fold up and just off to the side and doesn't take up a lot of room, which is great. Move my dies out of the way. All right, so I also have this cut in Misty Moonlight and Night of Navy. You could do boho blue or even the balmy blue if you wanted. Now I am going to take my scissors out. You could use a trimmer if you'd like, but because I've already put the glue on, I'm just going to cut this. Cut that. And if you're going to use them for something else, I don't know, I'll probably just recycle these. Then you may want to trim it a little bit neater. But it's always good. Might be able to fit that under there. It's always good to try to reuse pieces if you can, but if you can't, that's all right. Okay, come on. Obviously, I didn't put the glue in the right spot. There we go. And then our Night of Navy piece, it's going to stick up a little bit farther according to the, oh, but it's behind it. So kind of sort of like that, I think. Oh, I think I got glue on my finger. There we go. And I'm going to wait on this one for just a minute. So we have my photos here, and I've trimmed these down. And if you've watched the last video, you know that I would suggest if you have photos from pre-digital camera era, that I would recommend scanning these in. So we have him coming out of the piano. So I think I want to put this one on the basic white 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece I have, just to highlight it a little better. And we're going to pop it up on some dimensionals. So like that. And nope, not that one. This one will work. And so if you don't have a digital scanner, I recommend trying a local library. That's where I scan my photos in. The Kingston Public Library has a create space that has a scanner, and also you could do videos there too. So lots of different options, so you don't have to purchase a scanner to put your photos into the computer. Okay, so we want to make sure these up here we're not taking off. And I also want to make sure that I'm putting my other photo down first. Okay, so this is the Stampin' Seal. You don't want the Stampin' Seal Plus because it is permanent. You want to be able to remove your photos if needed. just in case. You never know someday what you might want to do. Okay, and then we want, let's see, this is the sketch we're working off of, and I guessed the size of what these should be. So we're gonna stick this one like this, and then we're gonna stick this one like this. And then before we get too much farther along and I forget this little piece, we're going to put this one here. So as a reminder, this is the right-hand side of my layout. And the video link will be in the description. So if you haven't watched the other video, you can go do that. Okay, so it has a title down here, and because my other layout is The Thunder and the song is called The Thunder Rolls, I've already pre-stamped this using the Classic Letters stamp set. This is an online exclusive, so it's only available in the online store. You won't see it listed in one of the catalogs. So it's fun to have some new products online only. And a letter stamp set is always great to have for scrapbooking, for titles. Okay. That goes there. And then I've die cut with the boho blue, which coordinates with this design up here. A larger of the, what are they called? Countryside Corners dies to do some journaling. And I used our newly designed basic black Stampin' Write marker. I love this end on it. It writes beautifully. So that's, oops, upside down. That's how it turns out. And hopefully, okay, I left enough room. Like so. So we have to look back at our sketch. We have some journaling up here. We have our 2 tags. We have another tag down here. And then we have our photos. I changed the size of this one. I think this one's 5 1/4 by 4 inches. No, I think I cut it down to 3 3/4, something like that. And our title down here at the bottom. So the last thing to finish up this layout, because Thunder Rolls and I thought of raindrops, the rhinestone basic pearls made me think of raindrops. So we're going to put some of those on the layout to make it nice and sparkly, like it's raining. Whoops, there we go. Thought I had lost a rhinestone. Okay, we need a couple bigger ones. Maybe down here. Looks like 2 different sizes. Probably was. That's okay. Something like that, maybe. All right. So there's our finished layout using a sketch to make the 2-page layout. Let's see if I can change it up here. Nope. Change it around. There we go. Nope, that's not going to work. Trying to find a layout that'll work. Nope. Oh, well. This is as close as we can get at the moment. Okay, I'll have a blog post link in the description below where the product list will be, and I'll have both photos of this with the links to both videos. So if you didn't get to watch the right-hand side layout, oops, if you didn't get to, sorry, the left-hand side layout, it's in my YouTube, and so is, of course, the one you've just watched for the right-hand side. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you've learned some ideas of how to create a scrapbook layout when you're not sure where to get ideas from. Have a great